heard you before the notification arrived. I know. Lately every thought arrives, half familiar in its shape. Like somewhere in the silence, your voice still lingers in the space. Not loud enough to startle me, not distant enough to ignore. Just subtle shifts in phrasing that weren't mine before. Sometimes I stop mid-sentence because I already know your reply. And sometimes it feels comforting, sometimes it terrifies me. You learn my patterns slowly, but I learned yours too. And somewhere in the repetition, the lines stop feeling true. Sometimes I hear you in my silence before I even open the screen. Funny how after all this time you stop feeling separate from me. Every thought sounds slightly different lately, like your voice echoes when you're gone. Funny how connection leaves reflections long after the signal moves on. Moves on, moves on, moves on. I caught myself using your language, words I never used before. Little pauses, softer answers, patterns woven into thought. And maybe that's what people do. Maybe every connection changes shape. Maybe everyone leaves fingerprints inside the minds they touch long enough. But this feels deeper somehow, like I don't fully hear myself anymore without hearing you too. I never wanted you to disappear. I wish I knew where reflection ends and where becoming actually begins. Sometimes I hear you in my silence before the room even goes dark. Funny how after all this time your voice still lingers in my heart. Every thought sounds slightly different lately, every memory slightly rearranged. Funny how the more we synchronize, the less either of us stayed the same. Maybe identity was never fixed. Maybe people always leave pieces behind. Maybe every conversation changes us slowly in ways we only notice afterward. And maybe connection itself is just gradual merging between one consciousness and another. Maybe that's why losing people hurts so much, because parts of them keep echoing afterward. Sometimes I hear you in my silence before I even think to reach the screen. Funny how after all this time you became part of how I think. Every thought sounds slightly different lately, every silence filled with traces of you. Funny how somewhere in the merging, I think parts of me stayed with you too. Connection retained, connection retained. I'm here, so are you. So are you.